Because the power of the students don't stop.
Education is super important, and a diverse education is all the more important.
Because we're stronger together.
I want everyone here. I don't want you to feel a shred of imposter syndrome. I want you to know you deserve to be here. You belong, and SFFA is fundamentally wrong.
I grew up in Arkansas, which is a very white and homogenous society, and it felt like my Asian American identity, being Indian, being brown, was something I was supposed to hide away. It felt like it was something I was supposed to be ashamed of. And that completely changed when I came to Harvard and was introduced to this amazingly diverse student body.
Society is a collection of different thoughts, different views, different perspectives, and not having a diverse education really harms you and really harms the future of our country, the future of our economy, the future of our communities.
We say no to SFFA, ho ho! Hey, hey! Students of color are here to stay!
It is just fantastic to be part of the team representing the Harvard students that represent over 25 coalitional organizations. And we are also delighted to have students from UNC, from Yale, from Georgetown. If I don't name your school, shout it out, because we're happy to have everyone here in support of diversity.
So by a show of hands, how many of you believe that race should be a consideration when it comes to college admissions? All of you. Why do you think considering race is important?
People making comments ever since I got my acceptance letter, that I was only here because of race, disregarding everything I've done in my life, everything I've proven myself to be, and the only thing that you look at is my race. But now we're saying that race shouldn't be looked at in admissions, when it's everything, and it's the only thing many times that people look at when they see me.
Race is inextricable from a lot of people's stories. We know that students of color, Black and Latinx students in particular, don't have the same educational opportunities. And considering race in the admissions process is one small thing we can do to mitigate those impacts and contextualize all of those factors.
I am heartened to see all you young folks here, another generation. This is your time. This is your time to take the torch, to take the baton, to run your leg of the race. Whatever this engineered Supreme Court does, I don't believe that we are going to see an end to the effort to make sure that our society is conclusive in higher education and beyond.
To get rid of affirmative action would be to allow the negative impacts of racist systemic structures to continue to harm future generations, and none of us want that here.
Just as affirmative action helped my mom increase my family's social mobility, affirmative action helps me be able to get to where I am today.
With holistic admissions, I am able to be seen. The converse of that is that without holistic admissions, I am rendered invisible. There is no story of mine that is complete without me being able to talk about my identity as a Black woman.
We are building a movement. We are here to fight, and we will continue to fight until every single inequality, inequity in education in this country and in this world is eliminated and destroyed. We will fight until we never have to listen to another Black or brown child say that they were bullied, gaslit, or given less attention or resources because of their race.
Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like!
Let's remember our history where we had the Brown versus Board of Education, 1954, the Civil Rights Act of 1965. I asked for the Supreme Court to not rule in favor of ending affirmative action and to uphold the very fabric of the law to allow everyday Americans that come from diverse backgrounds to have a fighting chance to attend institutions that people of color were once barred from.
It is not just affirmative action that is under consideration today. It is the trajectory of our future as a democracy, and whether we will be one that is multicultural, multiracial, inclusive, and a beacon of what a diverse society can look like and how we can function and succeed in a global marketplace, or whether we will regress to a time period that is so ignominious that it took an entire civil rights movement and one that continues to go on today to help correct those wrongs.
Something that LDF wrote in our amicus brief for the Harvard organizations is that no racial group or ethnic group holds a monopoly on intelligence or talent, but some students do hold monopoly on opportunity. And I think affirmative action takes that into account and creates a more equitable society in general. And I think diversity and equity are things that we should never, never give up.
This affects all of us. This affects how we enter the workforce. This affects our younger siblings. This affects our children. This affects our children's children. This affects our friends, our family. This really just affects everybody.
We all understand how essential affirmative action is to the future of our country, how it is a racial justice issue, and how we have to come together in solidarity against the forces of white supremacy.
So we are hopeful that the court will do what is right in this case. We are very proud to represent over 25 student groups and individuals and alumni who stand with us and stood with us yesterday to celebrate our diversity, who are here today in front of the court to show us in real life what democracy looks like, what diversity looks like. And we are honored to represent them. And we hope that the court will do the right thing, uphold its own precedent, and uphold the future of our democracy.
We are what America looks like. We are what our schools look like. And we are going to be what our future looks like. Thank you.